How's it going, guys? My name is Jimmy Champagne, and today I'm here with my first Chucky update, or Chuckdate, of 2019. So these videos sort of slowed down after Thanksgiving because, well, the news sort of slowed down after Thanksgiving, but with the trailer coming out soon and the movie actually coming out sooner than I thought, we're getting more and more news and behind the scenes updates. So I just finished rewatching the original Child's Play, and I announced here on YouTube in the community tab that I'd be doing a One Good Scare video on it, and a lot of you guys told me you don't know what that series is. Basically, One Good Scare is a series where I take deep dives into horror movies that really affected me growing up. I started the series by going through every single Halloween because I love all those movies, and I've also done one on Hereditary. If you want to check them out, they're on my homepage, up in the iCard, or down in the description, but the next one will probably come out next week, and it's going to be on the original Child's Play. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. But anyway, the first thing I thought would be worth talking about today is a bunch of new behind the scenes photos that we got from Hollywood Pipeline. They feature Tyler Bateman, who's playing the new Andy Barclay, and presumably his best friend Pugg, who's played by Ty Consiglio. They're walking down the street in the rain, and it looks like they're having a good time, which makes me think it's at the beginning of the movie, and I just like the look of these two characters. You know, Gabriel Bateman, he's sort of a littler, skinnier kid, and Ty Consiglio is the bigger kid. You know, he's the big, goofy, funny friend, and I can totally see the inspiration from It and Stranger Things that this movie is taking because, well, this movie shares the same producer as It Chapter 1. I think their relationship is going to be similar to Peter and Ned in Spider-Man Homecoming, and that's fine with me. I actually like that Andy is a little bit older in this than he was in the original Child's Play, because in that movie he spent a lot of time with his mom and he didn't really have any friends, and other than that he was walking around town with Chucky, which really doesn't work in 2019, especially for a movie that's taking inspiration from It or Stranger Things. And speaking of friends, we also have this other picture featuring Andy, Pugg, Phelan, Omar, and Chris. I'm not totally positive if they're going to be Andy and Pugg's friends, and that's because if you take a closer look at their outfits, they're all wearing camo, so maybe they are bullies after all, and they're sort of in a little gang or something. I don't know how that's going to play in, but we can only really speculate right now. The main person to focus on here is Brian Tyree Henry, who's playing Detective Mike Norris. So even though the Chucky in this movie isn't being possessed by the soul of a serial killer, they're keeping that detective character from the original movie, and I'm wondering how he's going to play into the plot. After looking at these pictures, there's obviously some big similarities and some big differences between the remake and the original movie. But thinking back to that picture we got from the end of the movie, which is where I'm pretty sure it's from, I'm starting to rethink my theory that Karen Barclay is working for the Caslin Corporation. Knowing now that they're taking so much from the original movie, it makes sense that Karen, instead of working for the Caslin Corp, does work at a toy store, because I think they're gonna go with the plot line that she's a struggling working class single mom. And no offense to anyone who works at a toy store out there, because I know there are a lot of you who watch this channel and you're awesome, it just doesn't seem like the most lucrative job in the entire world, and it would be a good fit for Karen Barclay. And judging by the marketing we've seen for the Caslin Corporation, it looks like in this movie's universe it's up there with Apple and Google and Amazon, so I think that at the beginning of the movie the original Buddy doll will already be established, and that the entire plot is going to lead up to the release of the Buddy 2. I think since Andy is shaping up to be sort of a smarter kid, he's going to want one of these Buddy 2s, because you have to remember that this Chucky doll can connect to the internet, it has speech recognition, and it can run around, so it's kind of like an intelligent toy for a kid to want. Obviously, since his mom works at a toy store, she'll have access to them, but she won't be able to afford a Buddy 2. I'm not sure how she's going to come across the Buddy 1 that's hacked to be smarter than all the other ones, but she is, and I think she's going to give it to her kid Andy and be like, settle with this because I cannot afford a Buddy 2. And this is the part I'm still figuring out, but I think I have it pretty well pieced together. So we know the doll is going to be hacked and its AI is going to be unlocked, and then it'll start killing. So my theory here is that the reason it's going to go after Andy's friends and Andy's mom is because it's going to see them as a threat between its relationship with Andy. And as for why the movie is going to end up at the toy store for the climax, I think this Chucky doll is going to go Skynet and hack all the other Buddy 2 dolls and get them to break out of their cases and start killing everyone. That's my pie in the sky wish, because we know these dolls are all animatronic, and that would just be awesome to see these little dolls running around and killing people with practical effects, but you never know. I'm still working on this theory, but that's what I think. But I guess we'll find out more on February 9th when the trailer drops alongside The Prodigy, which is of course MGM's new horror movie. I'd love to hear what you think of my theory for how this movie is gonna go down in the comments below, and if you're excited for the One Good Scare series. If you go check those out, definitely let me know what you think, and tell me your theories for the Child's Play remake. I'd love to hear them. Anyway guys, my name is Jimmy Champagne, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.